Exodus 20, verse 7. Thou shalt not take the name of Jehovah thy God in vain, for Jehovah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. In several languages, the word Yah means I am. In Hebrew, there is no sound for the letter J, and the Y sound or letter replaces it. Exodus 3:14. God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. Exodus 20, verse 7. You shall not misuse the name of Yahweh your God, because Yahweh will not leave unpunished anyone who misuses his name. Exodus 20, verse 7. You are not to make use of the name of the Lord your God for an evil purpose. Whoever takes the Lord's name on his lips for an evil purpose will be judged as a sinner by the Lord. I'm going to let you answer some questions to give yourself the understanding of how to use the name of God. If someone put our God's name on another God and worship that God as the true God that they put his name on, is that misusing God's name? After Emperor Constantine celebrated the extermination of Christians from the Roman Empire, he added Flavious to his name, in that the Flauvians claimed to have exterminated the God of the Jews. Then at the Council of Nicea 325, Constantine introduced the incarnating God and the incarnating trinity, which he claimed to be a part of. He told his children all to worship him. Now, Flavious Constantine, as their God incarnate, their Jesus Christ incarnate returned, according to the writings of Eucibius, Constantine believed that the Sun God had incarnated several times, and that he was one of them. Pope Francis and previous popes claim that present-day Catholics and Protestants worship the same God as the Buddhists and the Hindu. This may be true for the Catholics and Protestants, since their sun god, Emperor Constantine, told the newly apostate Christians that joined Catholicism out of cowardice during the Christian genocide of the empire that he, Constantine, was their God and incarnate, and Jesus Christ returned. This incarnating God, Constantine, as he said, Jesus returned of the incarnating trinity that Constantine added to their belief, may mean that what the present Catholic Pope says, that the Buddhist, Shinto, Hindu, and all worship the same God, may be true for them. Okay, second question. If someone changed or deleted God's commands, teachings, or practices, like Catholics did, would teaching these changes in the name of the true God be taking the name of God in vain? The third question, did you know we are to only war in the flesh according to the Bible if our high priest, who, according to Hebrews, Yeshua is the only anointed high priest of God, and also according to Hebrews, he is irreplaceable as that high priest because he is resurrected and immortal. So if someone wars in the name of God, or if we follow someone else claiming they have authority to start a war without the God anointed high priest, Yeshua sanctioned the war, are we misusing God's name? Are we committing murder? A delusion is a lie mixed with truths to make a lie believable. Does a person who follows delusions or teaches them in the name of God, are they taking the name of God in vain? Does a person who takes oaths take the name of God in vain? Does a person or a society that promises in the name of God only to promote their own members, are they misusing the name of God? Is the oppression they cause to non-members of their society who rightfully should have had the business, the promotions, the pay, are they using God's name in vain? If a society promises to cover up crimes of its members in the name of God, do they take the name of God in vain? Leviticus 19:12, you shall not swear by my name falsely. And so profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. According to the Bible, anyone who covers up the crimes of another is an accomplice to the crime and is to be punished as if they committed the crime. Or if someone makes a scapegoat or starts a rumor about someone or spreads a rumor saying that someone did something they didn't do, the accusers are to be punished as if they had committed the crime they spread the rumor about. Leviticus 19 verse 16. You shall not go about with slander among your people. You shall not endanger your neighbor's life. I am Yahweh. Deuteronomy 19:19. Then do to the false witness as that witness intended to do to the other party. You must purge the evil from among you. In James chapter 5 verse 12. But above all, my brothers, you shall not swear, either by heaven or by earth, or by any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no be no, so that you may not fall under condemnation. If someone teaches the teachings of a false god, or follows the ways of a false prophet or another god in the name of God, are they taking God's name in vain? If someone teaches the teachings of a false prophet, or follows the ways of a false prophet or another god in the name of God, are they taking God's name in vain? Are the shepherds or churches who take 10% of a person's income weekly for themselves and other things not intended to be done with tithes? Are these shepherds misusing the name of God? If prayers are not according to the will of God, or that are performed for wicked reasons or by the wicked, are they using God's name in vain? In the name of our Lord Yeshua, the true Son of the living God, I pray to our God and Father, Yahweh, that we will do God's will and pray for His will to be done, that we will bravely and truthfully walk the path of God's beloved Son, avoiding the great delusion, exposing the great delusion that uses God's name in vain, that God and His Son will make their home with us. Bless and keep us, and fill us with grace, hope, happiness, joy, and peace.